My name is Adiola. I'm a farmer working with Soilless Farm Lab. What we just did is sowing of our seed, which we sow lettuce and super habanero.
Yes.
So we use our Cocopeat and potting mix. So what is Cocopeat?
Hello, sir. My name is Eziokwu. We just had a wonderful session with you on planting on trays, right? So we'd like you to explain the process of planting on trays, you know, the necessary precautions to take, the right step to do it, and all of that.
Okay, my name is Adiola, and I'm a farmer working with Soilless Farm Lab. What we just did is sowing of our seed, which we sow lettuce and super habanero.
Yes.
So we used our Cocopeat and potting mix. So what is Cocopeat? Cocopeat is coconut shafts, that back, that coconut back, processed, already buffered or unbuffered. It could be anyone. Then our potting mix, which is composition of some compost, some manures and the likes. So that is what makes our potting mix. So we mix them together. We turn it to make it like a dark form. It must mix properly with the Cocopeat. Then we use our seedling tray. So one thing about the seedling tray is that we have.
Is there a ratio?
Yes. There's a ratio. There's a 15-liter bucket, filled 15-liter bucket of Cocopeat. Right. 2 of it to a bag of 10 kg of
so that's like 2:1.
2:1. Yes.
To 1.
Yes. But we're using buckets, 15-liter bucket as a measurement.
So if one has like 30-liter buckets, you don't need 2 or 15. So you just use 1 30-liter.
30-liter. Here is that kind of thing.
Okay.
It depends on what you do. So the potting mix is 10 kg.
Okay.
Right. So that is it. So we mix it together. We mix it, making sure that everything is properly mixed. Then for our seedling tray, so we have particular numbers that we use for leafy vegetable and the fruity vegetable. So for leafy vegetable, you can have up to like 150, 170 to 200 cells because they are shallow rooted.
Okay, for leafy vegetable.
For leafy vegetable, which is your lettuce, your vegetables, your ewedu, your shoko, tete. People actually sow shoko and tete sometimes just to have a proper yield. Okay. Then because of the roots is not deep rooted, they are always shallow rooted, so you have to just use the small cell, so it will still give you what you need. But for the deep rooted, which is your fruity vegetables, which is your bells, your tomatoes, your habanero, your aubergine and the likes. Aubergine is eggplant.
Oh, okay.
So you use the wider cell, which is from 76 to maybe like 105 seedling tray. So it allows space for the roots to be able to do anyhow that they want to do. They will go around it. So that is the reason why. So what we use is 105 seedling seedling tray. We mix our Cocopeat and our potting mix together. Then you fill it up properly. Then you make little, not more than 1 centimeter hole inside the seedling tray. Then you sow your seed, 1 seed per cell. 1 seed per cell.
So it has to be hand-picked.
It has to be hand-picked little by little. You drop it inside 1 seed per cell. After then, you still take your mix, you sprinkle it a little bit on it, then you cover it. Then you move it to where you have water. So it could be your watering can or your shower hose. So you just sprinkle a little bit water on it. After that, then you move it to the dark room. The reason why we use dark room is just to aid the growth to come out fast. So you can build a house, just make sure that that place is dark. And if you don't have money for
dark, right?
Yes. And if you don't have money for all that, you can use a black nylon to cover it up. Then once it
has to be black nylon, right?
Yes, black nylon. Yes. Just that one will still aid it. It gives it that heat because of that moisture, and then the darkness, it aids the growth, it makes it come out on time. So once they start coming and once they start germinating, they can now move it from there to your nursery proper.
Yes. So there's one question that popped up in my mind during our theory class, and it is that there's a difference between fruits grown in greenhouse, like the protected environment, compared to those grown on open field. right? And then they said there's a different market for those two too.
Yes.
So I want to know, is that right? Is it right? Is the person correct?
Yes.
That's one. And then what are like the advantages of this processes?
Yes. The person is correct actually. So growing in a protected environment, because you are always in charge and in control of anything whatsoever that happens inside the protected environment, which is your greenhouse. So like I said, a proper greenhouse, if you go to a civilized country, human being don't even go inside the house. Everything is fully automated.
Wow.
But here, I can just say it is imitation. You see your screen house, we have a screen house, we have a net house. You see your screen house, we're just imitating. But then it is still better because we are still in control of whatever happens inside the house, in terms of spraying, in terms of pruning what is when due, in terms of fertigating any that's when due that you need to fertigate. So since you are in charge of all those things, so there's no how you are doing. If everything being correct, everything being equal, you will be producing premium fruits, and those premium fruit commands a lot of money.
Okay.
Those are the kind of fruits you sell to the supermarket.
So the fruit looks different from
yes, looks but growing in an open field. Based on the part of the world that we are, this southwest area here now, you have to now start fighting a lot of pests and disease. There are soil-borne disease, there are disease flying up and down. There is no how you spray. There's what we call trips and mites, using bell pepper as an example. You see, you just be fighting trips. Not that the fruit will not come out, but they'll be very small. It can't go to a premium market. So maybe only if you want to start growing something that will be very, very small, tiny, and be selling.
So do we say that is why most local farmers sell at local markets compared to, because I noticed that greenhouse farmers sort of have like different markets.
Yes. If you see a greenhouse farmer selling to an open market to a local farmer, he's selling the worst of the worst.
Oh, really?
The one, yeah, because sometimes you see some stubborn ones too that might not really, but the percentage is always very, very low. It's just to just make a little money. But the premium, the main fruits, has already gone to a premium market.
Well, thank you very much for this exposing information. Thank you very much. God bless you.